что вы делаете? Давайте, не только. Открывается. Ящик.
Good morning.
Morning. Thank you for taking care of my little shop.
It's not a big deal, especially since that's all your old man can do for you.
I'll try to come back as soon as possible.
Oh, it looks like these flowers are selling quite well.
One young man came here not that long ago. He's bought them all.
Have a safe trip. Take care.
Thanks. So do you.
Letters that were sent all across the kingdom said that all citizens were called to the king's castle. Clearly, they were in need of help from healthy, able-bodied, and no less important adult people. But I couldn't stand apart. War was coming, and it was time to defend my motherland.
You can't go either. You're not allowed. Please go home. I was under order to turn away anyone too old or too young. How old are you?
I'm only 65. I'm in the pride of my years.
I'm sorry. I can't let you in.
Does it really matter?
It was my stubbornness that got me to where I was. Now, it was the same stubbornness that I saw in these people. Alright, you can come through. Wait, you can't go.
Most of the citizens had never seen their king before, but they've all heard stories of a boy crowned on the eve of his 16th birthday after his father's mysterious disappearance, or death, or assassination, depending on which rumors you believed. And there were rumors about that strange advisor. I didn't recognize him at first, but it was the man who had walked into my flower shop and bought all the yellow roses. Although most of the citizens saw similarities between the advisor and the red-eyed emperor from stories about a cold and distant land. The stories also said that the king was kind and generous, with a starry-eyed ambition that came with his youth, and the younger prince could charm anyone with his wit and humor. Standing together, they seemed to be as different as day and night, but no one could deny their shared brotherhood etched into their regal bearing. Both products of a boyhood almost drowned in etiquette and decorum.
That's a lot of people, Will.
Not enough.
I'll oversee the training for as long as possible. We don't have much time. I have identified some potential battalion leaders from the guards and the people who came earlier. Together we'll train the newer recruits.
Which is most of them. They never had a reason to learn how to fight before this.
You underestimate your people, Wilbur. There are other reasons besides war. Look, there. See those people with bows? They're hunters who are used to shooting down fast-moving targets, which makes them an asset for our archery line. Folks from the mountain regions are used to riding on horseback, so that's our cavalry already established. Miners and smiths are used to swinging sharp and heavy objects around. Give them broadswords instead of pickaxes and hammers, and we'll be ready to go.
You sound almost optimistic. Did you hit your head on a wall?
I've seen worse odds.
This is a bit different from all your war books, Techno. This is real life.
Anyways, I've reached out to mercenary guilds to supplement our offensive. Our coffers can handle the hit. After all, this kingdom has been busy with trade for decades.
And if it all goes to shit anyway?
It won't happen.
How can you be so sure? From what I've heard, we're nothing more than a bunch of poor saps armed with twigs against this... What do they call themselves?
The Green Army.
Ridiculous name, if you ask my opinion.
That message you received said they massacred an entire town, Wilbur. An entire town has been wiped out like ants.
They were taken by surprise. We will be ready. None of us said the obvious out loud. If I had not held my secrets so close to my chest, the town that once sat on our northern border might have survived. We could have warned them. We could have saved them from their doom.
Other towns along the Green Army's route have been evacuated. We should be expecting refugees to arrive in the city in 3 days. The temporary camps will be ready by then.
And what's the status of the army itself?
Based on the spies' reports, we have half a month before they arrive at the valley, which gives us another week to prepare the troops before we set out. The armory should be done tallying and divvying up the weapons by tomorrow. The caravans have been loaded with other supplies.
And what about the other thing we planned?
Gathering the materials as we speak. The alchemists are working as fast as they can, given that it's a delicate work. But it should be done before we go.
Good. I guess it's time.
Attention please, your king will now speak.
Friends, I understand you are afraid. I know you are confused. Years ago, I promised you peace on my father's crown, and now I call you to war? This is nothing less than treason. Rest assured, I will be facing consequences for it. For now, we face an enemy that has mercilessly slaughtered our brethren on the northern border. That is what we shall keep in mind as we ready to face them. More than a battle to defend our motherland, this is a war of revenge! We shall remember the innocents lost to the nonsensical greed of our invaders. And I vow to deliver you your vengeance on a silver platter. This will not be the end of our nation. We will see our enemies burning. My friends and I will scatter their ashes on the graves of the people they took from us. And anyone who survives the fire will wish they had perished in the flames and not by my hands. My only hope, trust that you are in the most capable hands I could find. You are in the safekeeping and guidance of General Technoblade. Together, we will defend this kingdom or die trying.
This was it. This was what it meant to be a part of something. I was going to hold the line. I was going to drive back the enemy and protect the land that had raised me. And I was going to be a hero.
Since when did I get the promotion?
You're acting like a general anyway.
But
Technoblade, you promised to help me. Was that a lie?
Careful, Wilbur. You are forgetting who you're talking to.
We're going to win! We're actually going to win, aren't we?
By this time next month, we'll be back to worrying about trade routes and bothersome sycophants.
The hell's a sycophant?
Gods, remind me to hire a better linguistics tutor for you when we get home.
Good luck finding anyone that can stand me. I'll chase anyone away in 3 days, at most. Bet your life on it.
I can think of one person. Techno.
Finish that last sentence, and I will end your bloodline right on this balcony. I will throw you off. Witnesses be damned. You and me. One more time.
The Blue Valley was named after the blue irises that thrived in it, which represented fearlessness and bravery, but they were not the flowers I was looking for. It had been a week since we arrived at the valley. That meant, happily, most of our preparations were finished. But it also meant that the enemies were inevitably coming. I could feel it breathing down my neck. The only way to distract myself from this feeling was to keep my hands busy. Oh, found you.
Good morning, Your Highness.
Would you like to have breakfast with us?
Thank you, but maybe next time.
Rise and shine with the sun, huh?
Yeah. In this bustle, it was easier to miss the shadows. In the right light, you might miss the tousled hair of those who had not slept in days, or the bleak look on the captain's face, quickly hidden by a strained smile, or the smell of sulfur that clung to their clothes like nasty, unrelenting parasites.
It's pretty tragic, isn't it?
Pardon?
Morning glories. These flowers wilt the same day that they bloom, lasting only until the sun sets. Maybe less, now that you've picked them.
Oh, sorry. I didn't think about...
No, don't be. I would be the world's biggest hypocrite if I told you off for picking flowers. I own a flower shop back in the city.
Oh. It is sad, I suppose, that they die so quickly. But they are beautiful while they last. Aren't they?
You know, Your Highness, you remind me of someone. He's a soldier in this camp, about your age as well. He's off somewhere training right now, but I have this feeling that if you'd only meet, you'd make good friends.
Well, that was truly a tragedy. More than the flowers that had only bloomed for a day. The amount of alternative scenarios came to mind. What if I had a different life? If I'd met a person the girl told me about? And I felt like if we'd met, we would definitely be brothers.
If we move this battalion here, they could provide cover. But we would also run the risk of... Tommy?
What?
You were crying, Tommy.
We don't need that many archers. Just one. Just you, Will.
You're overestimating my aim, Tommy.
You always pull through when it really matters. Well, except the many, many times you lost a duel with Techno.
We must not break his intense, beast-like focus.
The only beast-like thing about him is his tangled lion's mane, which he calls hair.
I can hear you two.
Of course you do. Lions have an excellent sense of hearing.
Yeah. This had been our routine for the past week. Wilbur would pore over the battle plans with wild-eyed obsession. Techno would call out every flaw in Wilbur's proposed changes until they encountered one that seemed to actually be useful. And I would braid. It kept my hands busy. If it weren't for the distraction of Techno's hair between my fingers, I would most likely join the girl over the grindstone, mindlessly polishing my spear until doomsday. Sometimes I would wake up in the middle of the night and find Wilbur still awake, reviewing their plans and muttering to himself. Or not to himself. The voices. The mysterious, omniscient, creepy as hell voices that had plagued my brother for years. 2 nights before had been the worst of it.
We're meant to kill you. We're going to kill you, Tommy. It's fate. It's meant to be.
Wilbur. Wilby. Please, don't hurt me.
It's been so long since you called me that.
By morning, Wilbur seemed to have completely forgotten the incident, or had chosen to ignore it. I guess the cloth was the only evidence that night had not been a dream, and that Wilbur's voices were slowly taking over. It must have been the stress. When the war is over, Wilbur will go back to normal again, and I can go back to not being absolutely terrified of him. And done.
Finally. Consider this as a sign of my gratitude.
They finished it! They actually finished it!
Gods, Tommy, it's just a uniform.
Sir General.
Your Highness?
You two are so stupid. I can't believe you still remember that.
Remember what?
That song.
This was it. The entirety of the Green Army was here, as expected. The valley served as an advantage for the Royal Army, but it was also the only direct path towards the heart of the kingdom. So now, both sides were going to throw all their pieces on the board. Only one army would emerge from this valley intact, and I would be damned if it wasn't ours. Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
They set up the flare. It's time.
Hold! Hold! Fire!
Once upon a time, Wilbur's aim had been so poor, nothing short of divine intervention could correct it. So I corrected it.
This isn't a white flag, Techno.
No, it's not. This trick wasn't worth counting on anyway. A little heat is nothing to mass murderers.
Well, isn't that ironic? But you know.
This is not the time for your sass.
Yet.
What do you mean, not yet? Our people are dying there.
Wilbur, we have to go, now.
I know! Gods, I know! But I can't let Tommy...
This is neither the time nor the place to underestimate me. We need to fucking go.
Tommy, I never underestimate you.
Then prove it. Let's go.
You're right, but stay close to me. Don't lose yourself out there.
Take your own advice, Your Majesty.
I'm serious, Techno. This is an order. Keep them in check.
He thinks he can control you. Thinks he's your master. Will you prove him right? Like the loyal little dog you are?
I promise, Wilbur. After all, as someone once said, domesticated dogs still fucking bite.
All right. Let's go to war, boys.
The first time I took someone's life, I was 15. If I didn't kill him, I'd be the one to die. I had seen it in his eyes, lost to a drunken haze. I'd ran from the tavern right after. Ran from the town and didn't stop running until I reached the kingdom capital, where King, with mercy sewn into his smile, had offered me a job, a home, a life that ensured no man would ever cross me again. But I still remember the moment when I merely sat beside the corpse of my own doing, numb and empty and cold. The soldiers this time would not be so lucky. The ones who have never seen violence in their lives making their first kills right in front of me. Most shelved the realization of it for another day, but some of them fell into the same abyss I did. I could not help them. All I could think about was staying alive and surviving to the next hour, to the next minute, to the next breath. I could barely recognize him. The same Technoblade I had seen carrying the small prince on his shoulders around the castle. The same Technoblade that shuffled uncomfortably into tight suits at formal functions. The same Technoblade the past king, my savior, entrusted with his sons.
Stop staring and get to work, soldier.
Right. I disregarded all of that now. It was the man who just saved my life. Nothing else matters in war. Sir, yes, sir. Are you all right?
Who the hell was that?
That was your bloody general, so you can stop cowering now. The blade has joined the fight.
I was the king, the ruler of the kingdom, the leader of the royal army, and I'd brought all these people here. And I wasn't going to let them down.
Wilbur's the kind of man who sees the chance to kill his whole nation and asks, is anyone gonna eat them? And doesn't wait for an answer.
I was so used to seeing Tommy lose against Techno that I'd forgotten how capable he actually was.
Not bad, Archer boy.
Watch out! Shit! Get the fuck away!
How touching.
You! I saw you walk through the fire! How?
You think that little stunt could hurt me? I was born in a fire.
Are you the leader of this army?
Me? No, I'm merely a pawn in this game. A pawn with a grudge to settle, but still a pawn nonetheless. Now, show me what he taught you, King. That was disappointing. I expected a man trained under a god of blood himself to actually draw some.
You're here for Techno.
I'm surprised he told you what he is. You must mean a lot to him. That makes this all the more fun.
For the blood god.
Someone call a medic. It wasn't the violence that called me, but the voices of people calling for help. Get down! On the ground, all of you, now! Take care of the stragglers. I was under strict order from the king to keep myself in check, and I wasn't going to falter. He's been here for days. You really scared the shit out of him, Tommy.
When I was younger, I tried myself in scaling the sides of the castle. I did not remember the fall, but I remembered the crash. I remember the pain so blinding I thought I was going to pass out. I didn't know who eventually found me.
Tommy!
Little hero, you're only delaying the inevitable. Now sit still and let me put you down.
Tommy, I'm going to fix you. I'll fix you. I'll fix you. The enemy.
It's time to say your goodbyes, Your Highness. Finally. I've been waiting for you, bloody bastard.
I don't fucking know you.
You killed them. You took them both away from me, and you don't even remember. That's all right. I'll just make you remember.
Go. Take care of your brother, Wilbur.
What? Let's go, Tommy!
I can't see anything, Wilbur.
You don't need to see that. You don't want to see that.
See what? Wilbur, we need to help him!
I see. What's a god of war doing in a place like this?
I would state the obvious, but this is a purely personal affair. Now that we're properly acquainted, let's take this more seriously, shall we?
Centuries, and which of them had belonged to this man. But there were too many. A long line of ghosts I would spend the rest of my immortal life atoning for.
Atoning? What is there to atone for? Does a lion atone for killing the gazelle? Does the fire atone for burning?
This is futile. Just put down your weapons and maybe, just maybe, I'll give you the merciful death you never gave them. These mortals and their bloody games. There can only be one outcome, right?
The war isn't over yet.
Are you sure about that?
It felt like I'd been fighting for weeks. But the sun high overhead told me it had just been a few hours. Hours of the senseless slaughter. It was better when I still had arrows. When I could stand and shoot at distant enemies without thinking of them as people. But fighting with the sword, I could see the fear in their eyes. When the blood had colored everything around me, it became frighteningly real. Once, I'd wanted to see our enemies burn. But now I just wanted it to be over. Too many. In the end, I was no hero. But it didn't mean I would give up.
It's over. We're fucked. Wilbur, you know I love you.
The hell are you talking about?
I love you. I don't think I ever told you this, but it's true. I thought if it's my last chance.
It's not. Techno! It's time.
I'm sorry, Wilbur.
What? What are you two talking about? Wilbur? Wilbur, what's going on?
There were 50 volunteers in total, but only 2 of us were needed for the job.
If you lose your heart, just make sure someone else still has theirs. This plan is a last resort, but it might also be our only chance.
The king had told us all we were free to leave, but none of us had.
Just pretend you're chopping down a tree. The axe will get the job done, but it'll take a few swings.
Are you alright? You need to get out of here. Here, take this.
I can't. You need to protect yourself.
Trust me, kid. You need it more than I do. Now go. You know your orders. Back to the camp.
What's your name?
Nikki. My name is Nikki.
I'll see you later, Nikki.
I'll see you all in hell.
For my kingdom.
I only hoped that they would plant the prettiest flowers over my grave.
Stop looking at me like that. Look away, look away, look away!
What the fuck did you do?
What the fuck did he do?
Don't step further. Your army is gone. There is nothing left to fight for.
You bastard. You think this hurts me? I died many years ago.
I shall kill you again then.
You said no more secrets. You promised, Wilbur! Fucking look at me! You piece of shit! How long have you been planning this? From the beginning? Did you look at these people and never bothered to tell them you were leading them to slaughter?
Some of them had to have survived. I warned them.
That's not the fucking point!
I did what I had to do, Tommy.
You fucked up! You were so fucked up, Wilbur!
Tommy.
Don't you fucking touch me!
In battle, when two opponents are equal in strength, in wisdom, in anger, it would only take one thing to bring it all down. One soldier, one mistake, one move. I saw a number of battles, and won all of them except one. The only battle to matter. And I lost everything. Because the blood god decided to fight on the enemy's side. One soldier. I would have stayed there forever. But a fire had grown inside me. A fire that craved to get the head of the god that took everything from me. But all I needed was a chance. Just a single chance. And I was not going to waste it.
Don't you fucking touch me!
One mistake.
Not you. Not you. Not you.
Hello, Techno.
And so he enters the scene once more.
One move.
Dad!
Tommy, you've grown so much.
Tommy!
No, 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 no. This couldn't be happening. This could not be. It was over. The war was over.
This is how it feels. To lose everything.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you!
No! Help me.
I hated silence. A terrible, disgusting silence. The calm before the storm. It gave too many spaces to fill with darkness. So I brought light instead. Noise, laughter, jokes, anything to get rid of the quiet. I couldn't even open my eyes. I should. I knew I should. Because otherwise I'd be...
Your lullaby. It's the lullaby I used to play for you on my guitar when you were younger.
Gone. But was that such a bad thing? Rest would be nice. If it meant my lungs would stop hurting. If it meant my chest would stop aching. Sleep. Sleep was good. Sleep was...
Miss your music, Wilbur.
Keep your eyes open. Tommy, keep your goddamn eyes open!
Bad. I needed to keep awake. Techno was telling me to, and I always did what Techno said, because Techno was my tutor, my teacher, my older brother.
I would have liked to hear you play together again.
But I knew it was too.
We'll play for you. When we get home, we'll play for you as many times as you want, Tommy. I'll let you beat me when we spar. I'll let you braid my hair, or even cut it all off if you want to. Anything you want, just keep your eyes open.
Tommy?
Dad, I still wanted to do so much. I still wanted to scream at Wilbur and embrace him. I still wanted to find flowers for Techno's hair. Still wanted to go home to the kingdom that he had protected. I still wanted to hug my dad.
Don't leave me. Please. I'm so scared.
We're here, Tommy. We'll always be here.
Too late. I had so much left to say, so much left to offer. Love, forgiveness, cheer.
I heard there was a special place where men could go and emancipate the brutality and tyranny of their rulers. Well, this place is real, you needn't fret. With Wilbur, Tommy, Tubbo, Fucky Red is a very big and unblown member. My Lamember, my Lamember, my Lamember, my Lamember. For freedom and for liberty, our nation sought to build on these, a victory for our democracy. Well, the darkness came and then it went. We built a home and watched it sink, and from the rubble there emerged the member. la